What's up, guys? Welcome back to Quack. Today, Bowser and I are going to talk to you about the Muscovy duck and all of the facts that you need to know about them. Let's get into it. Alright, so first let's talk about the history of the Muscovy duck. So Muscovies originated in Mexico, Central, and Southern America. They are also called a greater wood duck or a forest duck. And even though the Muscovy is called a duck, it's not really a duck. Muscovies are the only breed not descended from mallards. And if you breed a Muscovy with other domestic ducks, such as Pekins or blue Swedish or runners or anything like that, the offspring will be sterile and they're called moulards. Muscovies share as much ancestry with geese and turkeys as they do with ducks, which is why they have these red things on their faces called caruncles. And if you look, they kind of look like what a turkey has on their face. So that's what they get from the turkey. Their size is not the same as a goose. Geese are obviously very large, but Muscovies are a much larger breed than any domestic duck you'll probably see. All right, now let's talk about their physical appearance. Muscovy ducks are a large breed with a wingspan of up to 64 inches. They are considered a heavy breed, with the males weighing up to 15 pounds, and the girls are usually smaller at 6 or 7 pounds. The males are heavy and they struggle to fly, but females are able to fly, so you may need to clip their wings if you're worried about them flying away from your coop. Bowser actually has his wings clipped on one side, and it's hard to show, but the feathers on this wing are much, much shorter than the wings. Obviously, you can see these ones are long and fully developed, and these ones are much shorter. He was a rescue, so he was dumped at the local pond, and obviously they clipped one of his wings, so they're a little bit uneven, but I'm hoping that they'll grow back. Muscovies have a long body with a wide, flat tail, which they shake back and forth like this when they're either excited or nervous, which I think is really cute. They're usually black and white. Bowser is black and white on his head, but the rest of his body is actually gray and white, which I think is kind of interesting and makes him very pretty to me. But they come in other variations such as blue, black, chocolate pied, which is white with any other color, green, white, lavender, bronze, barred, and rippled. The black on the males will always be more iridescent, while the black feathers on females is more muted to help with camouflaging when they're sitting on nests. They have a unique head with the facial mask, or the caruncles, being a dark red or blackish color. Bowser is young. They are larger and much more developed on males. However, they will grow much more slowly, and the boys will develop them faster than the girls will. But Bowser is young, and you can tell because he doesn't have very developed caruncles. I'll throw up a picture of a more mature Muscovy duck to show you what they look like when they're much older, but I would think that Bowser is probably 6 to 9 months old. He's really not very old, just because of how underdeveloped his caruncles are. A mature male will have a large red or black knob at the base of his bill, so that's what this is right here, and that's coming in, but it's going to be much larger when he's older. The birds have a crest on top of their head that will raise up like a mohawk if they're excited or nervous, and Bowser seems to be pretty content right now, so his isn't coming up, but it'll come up right here, and they'll form like a little mohawk right on top of his cute little head. Their eyes are a yellow or brown color. Bowser's eyes are pretty brown, but I've seen Muscovy eyes that are almost an amber orange color, which I think is very pretty and very interesting. The bill can be yellow, pink, black, or any combination. As you can see with Bowser, he has light pink, dark pink, and black, and he's a little bit speckled on his bill. And the web feet are larger than other domestic ducks to help with perching, and they have long claws to help them perch in trees. I would show you his feet, but I'll throw up a picture instead. He does have exceptionally large feet, and the claws they're painful. I have quite a few scars from Muscovy ducks accidentally clawing me. They are no joke. I would highly suggest if you are picking them up to wrap them in a towel first, just so they don't claw you, because they might do it accidentally or on purpose, so just be careful of those. All right, let's talk about their ideal habitat. Muscovies like to have a habitat that is full of dense vegetation, large trees, and of course, water. They like to swim, but they have a more underdeveloped oil gland than other duck breeds, so they will swim less frequently. They are omnivores, and they will eat various plants, fish, crustaceans, small reptiles, and millipedes. Game bird feed is good for them as they are growing up, but once they are grown, layer pellets are great. So another thing about Muscovies is that they actually do exist in the wild as well. There are wild and domestic Muscovies, and they're actually considered to be an invasive species in a lot of places in the United States. So when it says that they like to have that habitat, that's the habitat they look for naturally in the wild as well as domestically. So if you see them in the wild, you'll probably see them in a place that's very dense, that has a lot of dense vegetation and things like what they would need. All right, now we'll talk about egg production. Muscovies lay between 60 and 120 large white eggs per year. Males reach maturity at 29 weeks and females at 28. The mating season can last from August to May, which means that you may have females sitting in the winter, so you'll want to make sure that your coop is well insulated if your females are going to be sitting on eggs through the winter so that they don't get too cold. And the incubating time for Muscovy eggs is around 35 days compared to 28 for other domestic ducks. All right, now we're going to kind of touch on the meat production aspect. So Muscovies have the highest meat yield of any duck. Their meat is 98% fat-free and is much less greasy than other duck meat. And there is 50% more breast meat than a standard duck. They have fewer calories and fat than a turkey, and the meat supposedly has a strong flavor, and it's been said to taste like roast beef, veal, or ham. All right, then I'm just gonna throw out some quick facts. They make great pets because they do not quack. They just kind of make the males make almost a huffing, whispering sound, and the females make soft chirping noises when they're excited, but they really don't make much noise at all unless they're provoked in any way. So, like I said, the females will make a soft chirping sound while the males make whispering, hissing noise. When they are upset or excited, they will wag their tails from side to side, which is really cute to watch. And wild Muscovies can live for 8 to 12 years, but in captivity, they can live up to 20 years, which I think is really interesting. So Bowser here might live to be 20 years old, even though I'm not really sure how old he is right now. All right, so that is the Muscovy duck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful for you. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.